If you're in a family where one sibling is estranged from their parents, chances are parents are talking junk about that estranged sibling. Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed psychotherapist, and I've worked with victims of narcissistic abuse who often come from abusive families. In an abusive family dynamic, when there's a black sheep and a golden child, as well as many other dynamics that are involved in that, the scapegoat is often estranged from the family. And part of the reasoning behind that, even when the scapegoat is estranged from like siblings and everyone else, it's a good chance that the parents or parents have triangulated the other siblings against that child. And even if it's an adult child, the parents are oftentimes pulling the strings of the other siblings that are involved and causing them to see things in a black and white manner, meaning that either this child is with me or they are against me. They are the reason for all of our problems. They're either bad or good. So it's a very black and white contrast that they're using to describe the child that is often the scapegoat and is the one who usually takes the brunt of the abuse, is often blamed for everything, is often made out to look like the bad guy. They can never do anything right. And parents usually spread very malicious gossip, and there's a smear campaign to destroy their character with the other siblings. And it's an interesting phenomenon that happens among the siblings who typically don't even fact check or try to think outside of the box, because manipulative parents have a very strong hold on their children, and their children typically tend to conform and comply and become very complacent with a toxic parent, even when they themselves have experienced abuse from that toxic parent. They don't question the things that their parents are telling them, even when they know that their parents are outright lying. They conform, and they become very complacent in the toxicity, and they often take on that same mentality where they also start to view their sibling as public enemy number one, even if that sibling has done nothing to that or there's no evidence to that. They just would rather be in their parents' good graces by complying, and so they often take on that black and white thinking and continue to ostracize their sibling from the family, continue to gossip, continue to support and uphold their abusive parents' beliefs, and they bond with each other through the gossip about that scapegoat or that black sheep sibling. And if they should happen to find, if the siblings should, or even the parent should reconnect with that scapegoat, let's say in a time of stress or, during the holidays or something like that, a unique situation presents itself where they are connecting with that black sheep sibling. A lot of times what they do is they take that person's personal information, whatever sort of information they've gleaned about that person, and they'll take it back and they'll gossip and they'll talk shit about it, and they'll really they'll use it as fuel to continue to drag that person through deeper mud, ridicule, mock, or just really just speak poorly about that scapegoat. So my advice would be, if you are the scapegoat, if you are the black sheep, if you've thought about going no contact, if you have been no contact, my advice would be to stay away, keep your distance, because it's worse for you almost if you go back, or if you have intermittent contact with them, that they sort of again attack your character. Anything, whether it be good or bad, they'll just twist and turn things and make it so ugly and disrespectful and despicable about you to bring down your character, to try and humble you even. So that's when you get those condescending remarks, those jokes, those nasty jokes that really imply how a person really feels about you and things like that. So yeah, people know what they're doing, but it's interesting when triangulation takes place and toxic goes with toxic, and they just want to continue to be negative and use anything they can to hurt and or undermine you.